week 3 reactions, results. I'm gonna try to keep the tone down this time around. Last jump was like almost an hour, so let's just jump right into it. Obviously it's Monday, so I'm pretty sure everybody knows last Thursday, 49ers beat the Giants 30-12. 49ers 3-0, looking like a well-oiled machine. Heading down to the mid part of the season. The Browns beat the Titans 27-3. Deshaun Watson, 289 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. Amari Cooper, 116 yards receiving, 1 touchdown. Sliding on to the Lions over the Falcons, 20-6 in a pair of 2-1 teams. So that's going to be interesting to see how the Falcons do in the South and the Lions do in the North. The Saints missed the potentially game-winning field goal, so they end up losing to the Packers 17-18. They also lost Derek Carr. You heard about the injury to Derek Carr? What was it, a concussion or something?
No, I think it was like a shoulder joint or something like that.
Okay, so that's something potentially. Okay, potentially serious. So we hope he's back soon. Packers are 2-1, man. I'm surprised about that. I'm interested to see what happens. What happens with them? Which gets us to our first debacle of the day yesterday, which was the Dolphins hanging 70 on the Denver Broncos. You heard that right, 70. Over 700 yards of offense. We have Tua with 309 yards passing, 4 touchdowns. You said his name yesterday, Achane?
Yeah, A-Chain.
Oh, A-Chain was that. A-Chain with 203 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns. Tyreek with 157 yards receiving, 1 touchdown. How you feel about this game right here?
Man, this was crazy. That's like, I can't believe the Broncos, bro. It's like a Madden video game, to say the least.
Yeah, they got some soul searching to do because everybody thought coaching was going to fix what was wrong with the Broncos, and as much as everybody liked Sean Payton, and as much as like he came in super arrogant, you know, clearly got some things to work on in that organization. Dolphins improved to 3-0, and the matchup coming up with the Bills, I believe, so that should be fun to watch. Okay? That brings us to the Chargers and Vikings, which was also another display of, I'm not going to say inept coaching, but very poor coaching, to say the least. Chargers spilled this one after the Vikings turn it over at the goal line, which they shouldn't even have been at the goal line, but the coach decided to go for it on 4th and 1 at their own 20-something yard line. Ended up not getting it. And yeah, they were able to get lucky and hold on. Patriots beat the Jets 15-10. Not sure how long the Jets are going to keep like dwindling the season down, unless the plan is to just lose all these games and try to get Caleb Williams. The Bills put a shellacking on the Commanders 37-3, and Sam Howell threw 4 interceptions. Have anything to say about this game?
Yeah, man, it's one game I thought but they handle business as they should, man. Shout out to the Bills.
Yeah, shout out to the Bills. Josh Allen, pretty solid game, 218 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, but everything else was pretty much taken care of for him, so it's not like he really needed to do anything, you know what I mean? One of the surprises of the day, the Texans beat the Jaguars 37-17. CJ Stroud, rookie, 280 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. Dale, wide receiver from Houston, 5 catches for 140. Yeah, 5 catches for 145 yards and a touchdown. Putting in super work. We both had the Jaguars on this one, and I guess that's the tricky thing about these divisional games, man. You just never know how like they could turn out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Crazy, man. Messed up my parlay.
Yeah, a couple of them, to say the least. That would bring us to the Colts and the Ravens, another mini upset of the day. went to overtime. Colts win 22-19, giving the Ravens their first L of the season. They both improved to 2-1, which is still good for this time of the year, so nothing to fret about. Panthers, Seahawks, 37-27. The Seahawks improved to 2-1. Panthers dropped to 0-3, but they didn't have Bryce Young. He's been out. Andy Dalton took over, 361 yards, 2 touchdowns for him. Brings us to the Chiefs and the Bears, and this game was pretty much over by the second quarter. 41-10. Patty Mahomes, 272, 3 touchdowns. How did you feel about this game? My sir, this is your team.
I loved it, man, but I'm not going to get too overexcited and say the Chiefs offense is back, man. But shout out to the Swifties, man. We got to win.
You definitely got the win. It's definitely cool seeing Taylor Swift rooting for Travis Kelce and the Chiefs. I guess they're a couple. Did you see the picture of them? Somebody got a picture of them after the game riding off in the drop top.
Nah, I ain't see that one. I seen them walking.
Yeah, the video of them walking. Yeah. It's a nice little video of them got caught at the light. I don't know if it's a real. Maybe it's made up or something like that. Oh, good W by us, by the way.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. But yeah, Chiefs improved to 2-1. That would bring us to another upset of the day. At least I think we both had the Cowboys in this one. They lost to the Cardinals 28-16. And man, this is definitely a W that we had, especially with this vaunted defense. And obviously a couple of pieces were missing, but should have still been enough to get rid of the Cardinals. Do you have any thoughts about this?
Yeah, this is crazy, man. That's why I say don't drink the Kool-Aid too early on these teams. Wait till the season unfolds and see how it plays out. Bad loss, man.
Definitely a bad loss, I agree. Dak Prescott, passing leader with 249 yards. Tony Pollard was the rushing leader with 122 yards, and Michael Gallup was the receiving leader with 92 yards. But somehow, some way, they just took the L. This is weird, right? Yeah. That'll bring us to the nightcap, and we both were skeptical about watching this, and I fell asleep on it. I don't know about you.
I didn't turn on.
Steelers defeat the Raiders 23-18 to improve to 2-1 on the heels of a controversial decision by Josh McDaniels to kick a field goal on 4th down instead of going for it, knowing they needed a touchdown with a 2-point conversion. Said he assumed that they would get the ball back. I don't know why you would assume in a time like that. Went for it, didn't get it back. Game over. They fall to 1-2. So a couple of games we've seen this weekend where the coaching has just been horrific. What do you think about, when we had this conversation last season too, what do you think about like some of these coaching decisions that's going on, brother?
It's crazy. It's head scratching to say the least. Like, bro, like, come on now. Like, I'm getting paid millions of dollars to make these dumb mistakes over and over and over. You gotta do better, man. You gotta do better.
Definitely gotta do better. So yeah, that'll bring this week to a close, man. I'm not gonna call this Sacrifice Sunday, but definitely was some sacrifices on this Sunday. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So we'll be back for the Week 4 recap and see which direction we could take this thing in. Definitely wanted to compress it, so I think we accomplished that. But yeah, that will be it, and we will holler at y'all next.
Peace.